Tell me how the entire Geometry Dash community is split up by one dude. It's outrageous because the shit I'm seeing on the Geometry Dash community right now is insane. And albeit on Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, it's all fucked up. If you're not caught up, let me tell you. Basically, this guy named Servax, Russian GD player, had some good achievements. I think he was playing Amethyst and had some good progress. Uploaded a AI NSFW video of Zoink and W Popoff doing whatever. And of course, they're minors, so that is CSAM. The GD community, obviously, wasn't a big fan of that. No one would have been a big fan of that. But the whole thing's been blown way out of proportion. See, instead of just getting rid of servax and, you know, maybe getting servax out of the community, everyone in the GD community is like split now. Because there are some people just randomly using this to hate Russians, some people randomly using this to defend Russians, some of the weird people who are like, hello, this is funny, 88, stuff like that, you know? It's a big split in the GD community. It's insane, because you want to know how this really all started. Zoink got a copy of Society. That's it. I mean, W Popoff verified Society, and Zoink got early progress, and he was like, yeah, I actually pre-practice. You know, the reasonable thing is like,
aw, man, I guess you pre-practice well, you know?
That's like the normal thing, you know? No, Servax comes in. I have to make CSAM of Zoink and W Popoff with an AI-generated video. And mind you, this was all done on his birthday. The day he turned 18, he pulled this stunt. Everyone's talking about, man, what a way to ruin your reputation. Not even just your reputation. You ruin your future career, you ruin your life, you might go to jail. There's a bunch of things like that. Now, albeit, there are some weird people in the community, and especially, I'm not trying to be racist or xenophobic or whatever the right terminology is whatsoever, but in general, the Russians are obviously a little bit more, tend to be a little bit more unhinged because of that personality over there in that area. But at the same time, the actions of Servax and the people who were in the group chat and whatever he was doing should not excuse everyone hating on just the Russian people. And now Pointer Great has lost a big chunk of players from the Russian GD community in the top 50 or whatever, how many GD communities there were. But this is kind of an issue for me, at least, because the GD community is just a game. It's a game community, and the entire, the fact that the community is splitting up like this is kind of absurd to me. You know, the Russian community is a big part of GD. The Russian community is huge in GD. America, Spain, or Spanish speaking people, and Russian. I think those are the top 3 player bases of Geometry Dash, and that's not crazy to say. No one would disagree, I don't think. Having the Russians split away, it kind of sucks to see, because at the end of the day, everyone's playing the same game. Everyone likes the same game. Everyone loves Geometry Dash, and we love the game. A big drama was created out of nothing. People are using so many different things. Some people are saying we should kill Servax. Some people are saying we should completely ban Russians from everything. We should all these sort of heinous activities. We should do all these sort of heinous actions, and come on, at the end of the day, you can't do that. It's the same thing that happened with the people in the Black Lives Matter movement. The racists see maybe one case of a bad black person and they'll use it against all of them as a stereotype. That's the same thing that's being pulled with the Russian Geometry Dash community. It's a double standard because, you know, they're Russian, they're not black. And it's as much as you want to view that as offensive, but I think because of the already tarnished reputation of Russians, let alone in the Geometry Dash community, the Russians, that people are okay with saying things like this to the Russian GD community. Imagine if it was about Asians, people would be like, why are we hating on Asians? Imagine if it was about, you know, the African community or African American community who are black. I don't know why I'm pointing at myself like this. I'm not African American whatsoever, but the African American community who are black, everyone would be like, yo, we can't say stuff like this, and they would immediately side with that person. But because it's the Russians, you know, the people who declared war on Ukraine, the people who have the stereotype of looking at CSAM and gore on Telegram and stuff like that, all of a sudden it's fine? No, it's not fine. We shouldn't be doing stuff like that. You have to think about it in the most open-minded way possible. If you're coming to this because you wanted to get caught up on the situation, or you simply just wanted to hear my opinion on the situation, then that's my opinion. I think this really is one of those matters where everyone needs to come together, but because it's the entire Geometry Dash community, there's so many different aspects and opinions and factors and different kinds of people and the way people grew up and the way people respect each other. There's so much that it's impossible to get everyone to come together. If there's someone to speak up on the matter, I need someone who's popular to speak up on it. At the end of the day, we're hating on a group of people for one bad case. Make that multiple cases, because I know there are definitely multiple cases in the Russian community. And that's exactly how the stereotypes begin. Chinese people got hated on for coronavirus. Black people got hated on for people of color get hated on because of the stereotypes around them that formed up because of how they grew up or whatnot. White people get the stereotypes of school shooters. It's all a sensitive topic. I wish people would just walk into things with open ears and an open arm to listen. But unfortunately, we can't get everything we want, and it's not that easy. I think what I'm trying to say is that we're a little bit far-fetched from the most efficient and the most kind and rewarding way for everyone in the GD community involved as possible. There are people on Twitter and Reddit saying we hate Russians and Russians this and that. If you see this video and you're thinking something like that, I just want you to know that, albeit that it was a very, very bad action from Servax, you shouldn't hate the entirety of the Russian GD community, and you guys should bond together. Because at the end of the day, it is the Geometry Dash community. It's not it's not American Russian community. It's the game that brings everyone in that community together. And having it fall apart like this harm GD forever. You know, Porn and Create might be harmed forever now because of the Porn and Create boycott from the Russians. Future demon lists might get affected. Maybe the future extreme demons. Like maybe there's an extreme demon out there created by a Russian full of passion and full of heart and love, but they're Russian and they get hated for it. It's just not like, it's just not cool. Yeah, this is not my usual video, but this entire situation has been really on my mind recently because it's been this is a reality. This is what people are actually doing. We can't be serious, right? If you or anyone you know is like thinking sort of similar to this mindset, please speak to them about like how we just need to come together in the end. And I know it sounds corny, but the reason why things sound corny is because they're said a lot, and the reason things are said a lot is because they're important. And I just wish everyone, but not everyone because that's simply impossible, but I wish a majority of the community could come together and realize, you know, everyone's handling the situation poorly. And if you may take offense because you may feel sort of attacked by that, I'm not upset at anyone. I just want to speak to the people who are maybe similar in mind to me or opposite in mind to me to hear what I have to say at face value, and I'm more than welcome to hear what you have to say at face value. You know, I'm more than willing to talk about it civilly, and I will not by any means get offended or upset or anything as long as you won't either. If you have anything you want to say to me, just tell me in the comments or add me on Discord. My Discord will be in this the description. You can add me there and I'll talk to you about it. I just saw another thing as well, by the way, real quick, as I was finishing it up. Apparently, like a lot of Slavic speaking people in general are just getting like attacked for it. You know, like Slavic people that are close to Russians are getting affected by it because of how much people just hate Russians. Like, it's insane, you know? Like if it's getting to a point where like people of neighboring countries of Russia or people who speak Cyrillic, like in the Cyrillic language alphabet thing, you know, then are getting affected by it, that's like fucked up. Like what the fuck do they have to do about it, you know? You don't see stereotypes against Ukrainians. You see it against Russians. You see it against this and that. Not fucking Ukrainians. Not fucking like Bulgarians. Not fucking what else is there? There's another country I forgot. Belarusian, like stuff like that. Like yeah. Anyways, that's all for the little interest. Regardless, in the end, this isn't, like I said, not my usual upload that you'll see on my channel, but I just wanted to speak up about the matter, and that's mostly what I had to say. Peace.